2. Talk about Phoenix. Talk about all the thing course on the saddle, Chad Roach. Mass James Sullivan.
Saddle, motherfuckers.
Alright, we got a lot to talk about, but before I get into that, I just want to talk about a little needless to say.
Needless to say.
Needless to say. Does the world really need 4 guys in a basement talk on a podcast? Well,
absolutely.
Well, according to Craig, Dave, and Brad, yes. Yes, it does. Okay, check them out. They have a really good podcast. They've been they're big into wrestling, just like I am. AEW, like we always talk about. Check them out on Instagram with Needless to Say Podcast, and also check them out online at ntpodcast.podbean.com. Great guys, great to talk to. Check them out for sure. That's all I gotta say about them. Great people, down for earth people, just like us, and who care about things like you do. All right, let's get back into NASCAR now.
Absolutely. All we gotta talk about is Phoenix, Phoenix, Phoenix. That place is gonna test every single car up in that front row. The 19, the 4, the 18, the 22, the 11, the 12, the 42, and the 9. All of them. Except for the 4 and the 19 get something to lose.
Yeah, the 4 and the 19, they're going to be there just to race for wins. Everybody else is going to be racing for a spot in the playoffs. We're going to talk about
not spot in the playoffs, a spot in the championship.
Spot in the championship, excuse me, yes, even better.
We've only got this left.
We got one race, yep, we got 2 races left. Phoenix is here, this is it. There's no tomorrow after this for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers that are in there. 7 and 8, obviously, have already made it. So, we'll see what happens, but let's talk about some things in Phoenix that have happened in the past, some great moments we've all had. I mean, let's start with Alan Kulwicki. Started the Polish lap there.
Right.
Jeff Gordon winning, tying Earnhardt's record there at Phoenix when he had the Earnhardt flag out his window. Jimmy Johnson with one of his fantastic wins back in, I think it was like 2008 or so, I believe, when he dominated the race, just flat out dominated it, had fucking huge lead, was about to run out of fuel. You also could talk about how to get in this race when Ryan Newman bumped, your boy, Kyle Larson out of the way to get himself in a couple years ago to the championship, and that's all it took was 1 point in 1 corner there at Phoenix. And this is during the old format, yes, or the old scale that they have. There's a lot that was great things at Phoenix. When Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer fought there at Phoenix a couple of years ago.
I mean, there's been some close finishes there too. I mean, really neck and neck races at that place. But now, we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen because the fucking finish line's not in the same spot.
Well, we found out last year how that was gonna work out, I mean,
that turn 1 is treacherous. That's gonna be hell for cars to do on the restarts.
And the old format, the way that the track was laid out, the old layout, that's what I should be saying. Kevin Harvick was the man there. He was one of the men. Jeff Gordon, back in, I believe it was 2011 or 2012, actually, one of his final races that he won, he was beating Kyle Busch in National Radio 1. Man, we beat Kyle Busch. That was one of the races. I mean, there's a lot of things if you look back on Phoenix, actually. A lot of cool history there. A lot of bumping and banging that has happened at Phoenix as well. A lot of fights, a lot of arguments. But the new format, I think it's a little bit different. I don't think you're going to see as much as insane racing. I mean, you might, but I don't know. I think it could either be a boring race or it could be a great race depending on what happens during the race.
Well, I don't even think that when we went there early in the season, I don't think they were running this package, this aero package there.
They were not. I don't think so. The whole aero package that they've been running since half the
So this new aero package with these fucking huge fucking fins in the back, I mean, dude, this might change the game big time because these crew chiefs are going to come in there thinking one thing, and it's going to be completely fucking different.
And that's going to be the question. How is this race going to work out? And you need, as the guys on the outside looking in, you need to have your weekend start off amazing right off the truck.
Not just
right off the truck, dude. You
not just
that
car, but
that cup, everybody.
Trucks, Xfinity, everybody's got to be perfect right off the fucking truck. Especially the guys that are racing for a championship. If you're not perfect, you lose. You're not getting into the next round, and most likely you're going to carry that bad juju right into the.
Yep, and the only 2 people right now that this is your one last chance to have a bye week, we'll say, is Harvick and Truex.
Yes,
so enjoy the non-pressure now because next week, oh boy, next week,
And there's only a couple of drivers in this whole pack over here that can actually handle the pressure with fucking style. Maybe 2.
I can see 3 there that are up. Well, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Denny Hamlin can definitely handle it. The other 3,
they
I don't know.
can't.
Oh, absolutely. Denny Hamlin has been in this position how many times? Logano's your defending champion, and Kyle Busch is Kyle Busch.
Only guys that I was gonna say that can handle it with fucking style. Harvick.
And Truex?
And maybe Logano because he's the reigning champion. He really doesn't have.
Yeah, but
he does not.
Harvick is a champion who had to do the same thing. Truex is a champion who we get seen almost do it twice in a row. Okay,
Almost.
he can handle it. Harvick is Kevin Harvick. Happy Harvick can handle anything. He's the veteran. He's the best veteran we have out there.
That's what I'm saying. He can handle that pressure.
Yes, Kyle Busch can too.
With style.
He won the championship though. He's done it. He has handled it. He's been here before. That's what I'm
He
saying.
didn't do it with style though.
What do you mean? He missed half the season.
He just fucking complained after the
He
race.
actually did in style when he won the championship that year because he missed half the year because he got that injury in the Xfinity Series at Daytona back in February. Came back half the season and won his way in. He came back at Sonoma that year and actually won that race and then just worked his way in and finally got in and then actually went to win the championship, which I kind of find bullshit because if you do miss half the season, I feel like you shouldn't have a chance at all. Which was bullshit, but the way he did it was awesome. He won a championship. Kyle's won a championship. Harvick's won a championship. Truex has won a championship. Logano has won a championship. The 4 that are right in front of you have all won championships. These 4 right here, the only one that has that experience is Denny Hamlin. Well, back in 2000, and I believe 2010, when he had to go against Jimmy Johnson. He's been in that situation where he had to go against the champion. Right. Those guys have those experiences. They've been there before. Hamlin just hasn't worked out for him. We have never seen Blaney. We have never seen Blaney, Elliott, or
the Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks.
Back there in the corner.
AEW reference right there. And so those 3 have never been in this situation before. So, like you said, they are the Young Bucks. So
they are definitely. I mean, those guys.
Call them the Young Bucks. I love it.
That's what I'm going to say, because they are the Young Bucks. I mean, look at what's in front of them. You got 3 Young Bucks in the back there.
And when you're the Young Bucks, all you have to do is be elite. Be elite. Just like those 3 drivers have to do. They have to be elite and have to do the best they can to beat out those other guys.
No, they have to be extremely
good.
They have to be extremely. I mean, for Chase Elliott to get into the championship right now is a fucking long
But he's the guy that I think actually has the best chance to win here if we had to pick out of the guys to the long shot. I think he's the best. When's the last time we seen Larson do anything at freaking Phoenix? When's the last time we seen Blaney? No. But I think, watch out for the 9. Watch out for the 9. I'm just saying it.
I've said it many times. Desperation makes for awesome racing. And desperation has made champions. Racing desperately and not falling into the quicksand, but staying hungry, staying desperate, has worked in the past for a lot of different races. I'm not going to go sit there and name names and make myself sound stupid.
What do you mean by
people out there?
Hold on.
They know it.
By like guys that had desperation chances to get in?
Yeah.
Ryan Newman like I said before, Ryan Newman at Phoenix had a 1 spot away. And what did he do? He smashed Larson in his rookie year right in 2014. That's actually what it was. Bumped him right away and got in because of that. Imagine that, dude. If that spot is, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Desperation makes for fucking great racing.
It does.
Especially in a race like this where it's your chance at a championship. Your one long fucking shot at something incredible. That's what makes a great fucking race. And we got 3 guys in the back there, the 12, the 42, and the 9, that are willing to do desperate shit in order to get that done.
All of them are, and I think, like I said,
you're absolutely right. Every single one of those guys. If they're behind the cutoff, they will do desperate shit. But those young bucks in the back there,
I love it. I love when you call them the Young Bucks. I do love it.
They are even more likely to do something crazy and stupid.
And if anybody knows, like I said, knows wrestling and knows who the Young Bucks are, they're the best there is right now. And him calling them the Young Bucks, That's some of the best they have right now as the Young Boys. So, good connection right there. I love the connection. AEW. Sorry.
Let's keep this about racing, please.
Sorry, Hey, NASCAR and wrestling, for whatever reason, they always go hand to hand. They have, like, my whole life. NASCAR and wrestling just went hand to hand. I don't know why.
The fans are very similar.
They are, aren't they? Okay, so you're going to say about me.
In my travels through the wonderful world of Facebook, I have found that a lot of the people that have joined me on my Facebook page, NASCAR Massachusetts, they're just as big of fucking wrestling fans as they are racing fans, and I'm not just talking a few. I've got 3,700 people on my Facebook page, and there's got to be at least 1,500 of them are as die-hard wrestling fans as they are race fans.
Yep, and it's not only just that. Like, you've seen us come on the show wearing Bruins gear, wearing Penguins gear, Patriots gear, Red Sox.
Red Sox.
And we love every sport. We love them all.
Except basketball. I don't get it.
I love basketball. I'll go Celtics. So I love every sport. But right now,
soccer. I'm just too big for soccer.
But right now on our podcast, it's a good time to be a NASCAR fan, just as it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. So definitely, right now, they're both hot sports right now. And I love talking about both of them, so it's a little hard not, but of course I love my NASCAR number one. But AEW, coming to number two, man. Good job, AEW. All Elite Wrestling.
Hey, I'm going to go this way with that. Let's just have a drink.
Let's have a drink, AEW. Alright, I will stop now. Okay, I'm over it. I'm not obsessed anymore, but All Elite Wrestling. Alright, let's go to, let's talk about some of the scenarios and some of the situations that we can find some of these drivers in this week. Like I said,
Bush smashing into the wall.
So you see Kyle hitting the wall. So you see Kyle. Okay, so honestly, let's honestly dissect these because we have time for this now that we talked about on our last podcast that you're gonna see as soon as we post both of these. You're gonna see what we talked about in Texas and Martinsville. Right now, we're gonna really dissect into Phoenix. We got, of course, Harvick, and we got Truex that are in.
They just run.
What do you see? Do you think that Kyle Busch will make his way in? Do you see Logano make his way in? Or do you see one of these four coming in? The only two out of those four I see really making an impact is Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. I see Hamlin doing something. It all depends, so if there's an accident or
Well, there's also
Tell me something. What do you think?
There's a scenario that you haven't thought about.
And what was that?
The 19 and the 4 running hard and good and putting out people that they don't want.
Do you really see that happening though with the class act they are? Do you see, especially when Truex was having 3 out of the 4 teammates in it, do you really see him hit his teammate? I mean, I see Logano hitting.
I can see the 4 car trying to put the fucking 18 or the 22 fucking lap down.
Well, obviously, that's what you want. Those kind of things you want to do.
I can just see that happen.
Those
That's
kind of
what
things,
race car drivers
those kind of things you want to do. Yes, absolutely.
I'd rather have the 12 and the 42 in there with me than
no, that's great. That goes back to what we're saying about when Hamlin gave back Jimmy Johnson his lap back.
I mean,
it goes back to that.
That was more of a
no, but that was more of you're not a threat, so I will give you that lap back. Like, I agree with you now. If Harvick is lapping down those two, he's not going to give those lap back because they're a threat.
Exactly. I mean,
that's all I was trying to say about that.
I mean, just fucking put them out. Who's a threat? Even the 19. If it comes down to it, who does he want to be racing for a championship with? He knows he's not going to get the 4 out, but does he really want to be racing fucking against Kyle?
The 18 and 11. Does he really want to race against his Joe Gibbs teammates? And the answer is
no.
He's going to go.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, you're right. No, he's going to go to the press. He's going to go to the press and say, and be the class act that Mark Truex says, and be like, I'd love to see my teammates in, but really? Like you said, no, you don't.
No.
You'd rather go against the 4, the 9, and the 42 if you had your chance. You know what I mean? Like, but saying that, you really want to go against Kyle Larson at freaking Homestead, Miami, the top track, the king of the fucking run around the top, along with Cole Custer. Really, do you really want that? Do you really want to face him at the last? No. Chase Elliott? Do you really want to face him either? When he's red hot after a win, just like boom, let's do this with a Hendrick power? You wouldn't. Think about it.
No.
Think about it though. Those guys are so desperate they will do anything.
That's what I was saying. Desperate racing makes for great fucking racing.
And me and him right now are really dissecting this. We really are.
And we haven't even mentioned the fucking Xfinity and the truck guys.
Oh, we haven't even talked about them. What we can
Jesus
expect from them.
Christ.
Ross Chastain, let's go. I'm rooting for Ross Chastain. I want Chastain to go. I want him. I want Brett Moffitt. And I'm not sure who else is left. That's the other two. I know it's those two. I want to see them.
I'm unclear on the trucks myself.
I've been unclear on the trucks too, but I know those two are the end, and I want to see them two go at it more than anybody else. The other two,
right.
That'd be great to join. Maybe like Austin Hill or freaking, Matt Craftman. That'd be cool to see them in.
Right.
I don't even know if they're still in or not. I haven't really been paying attention to the trucks because we
don't
don't do a lot of crazy shit lately, so.
Right, I mean, hello.
We've all been busy with everything, so we're trying to.
It's not like we got a fucking teleprompter over here telling us all the fucking stats and shit. It's just us.
This is what I look for stats.
Yeah, that's
If you see me looking at my phone, it's not me trying to be an idiot. I'm trying to look for stats. Because I want to make sure what I say or we say is right, and we want to be the fucking best that we can be.
I think the fucking trucks at fucking Phoenix are gonna be a fucking total shit show.
We'll see.
One of the best races.
We'll see. We'll see what happens at Phoenix for them.
I think it's gonna be one of the best races of the season for them.
You know what? Just because we're talking about it, let's just make sure that we know where everyone's going this weekend. I want to make sure that we're right and not blowing smoke up everybody's ass.
Right. Now, I don't even know if that. I mean, I know that it's everybody's gonna do what they gotta do this weekend, and I'm pretty sure it's all. The trucks didn't run last week.
I'm checking right now.
I know the trucks didn't run last week. Did they cut off the race before and they're just going to Miami?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't even remember. Because the race that they had wasn't that fucking memorable.
Alright, checking it right now. Still loading for us.
Alright, how about it's loading? Fucking Xfinity guys. They're gonna be.
Yes, you are right. Actually, just loaded. November 8th. Friday, November 8th at 8:30 on Fox Sports 1 will be the trucks at Phoenix.
And we get the Nemecheks in there.
Yep.
Father and son running.
Oh, they're running all three. This is the first year that all three of them will be running. Xfinity will be there Saturday, November 9th at 3:30 on NBC for their race. And the Monster Energy Series, what time are they running? I'm going to find out right for you. They're going to be running Sunday, November 10th at 2:30 on NBC. So this is not NBC Sports Network. They'll both be going to run NBC. The trucks will be on Fox Sports 1 on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, keep your DVRs ready, keep your minds open, and let's get to see what happens. I'm going to go back to the trucks for a second because I want to see what's going on with the grid. So I'm actually looking at it right now.
Well, the grid's probably
standing. I'm looking at the standings.
And we got the Nemecheks, father and son, fucking running at fucking Phoenix.
So this is what we got so far for the final four right now for the trucks. In Brett Moffitt, number 1. 2, Stuart Friesen. Number 3, Ross Chastain, and right now in Austin Hill he's actually by 9 points. Behind him is Matt Craftman, Tyler Ankrum, Johnny Sauter, and Brett Enfinger. Johnny Sauter and Brett Enfinger are out of it. They are officially going to be eliminated unless they win. Tyler Ankrum is 15 points back behind Austin Hill. He needs to make that he is points mathematically allowed in. And then Matt Craftman and Austin Hill are 9 points separating them to get in. But you look at Ross Chastain, you look at Stuart Friesen, Brett Moffitt, they're all plus 20, plus 35, plus 45, which means those three on points will make it in, even if someone else wins outside the bubble. That's what that is. Now let's take a look at the Xfinity Series. Christopher Bell, he is the leader, he is in. Cole Custer is 52 points plus to the good. Tyler Reddick is 36 plus to the good. That was your 3. That is the big 3 that we talked about earlier. They could be locked in. They are automatically could be locked in after this. Justin Allgaier is 18 points and J.C. Briscoe is 18 points back. That means Chase Briscoe, Michael Lynette, Austin Cindric, Noah Grisham, John Hunter Nemechek, and
it's only 8.
Noah Grisham. Sorry, all of them could make it in. It depends.
They're mathematically, they're all
there. You can see right there.
They're mathematically.
Yeah, they are. They mathematically can't make it unless Chase Briscoe is the only one mathematically. And actually, if I go back to the Grander trucks, actually I meant to say Tyler Ankrum and Matt Craftman, the only ones that did. Johnny Starter and Figure are out officially, so I apologize for that now that he pointed that out to me. Thank you.
Mathematically.
They are gone. Actually, they're actually eliminated.
Really?
Yep. They are. They can't even. Yeah.
So what's
So now.
6?
So now let's talk about the Monster Energy series. Truex is in. We all know that. Harvick is in. We all know that. Kyle Busch is 22 points, 22 plus to the good. Logano is 20 plus to the good. Hamlin, negative 20 to the good. Okay? Ryan Blaney, 23 to the good. Larson, negative 23 to the good. So that means both of them are tied, plus there are 3 points behind Hamlin and Logano. Those 3 could get in. And then there's Chase Elliott, 78 points, who just needs to win.
Yeah, much
That's
better
it.
situation.
So Blaney, Larson, and Hamlin and Logano are all in the bubble. You can probably count in Kyle Busch being good. He's 22 points, which is 2 points ahead of those guys. But 2 points, we all know what it could be.
22 points
2
is
points
not
could be.
enough.
Those 2 points could be good. We'll see. We can see if those 2 mess up. There's a lot of implications. Me and you are really dissecting this right now, and I'm looking through this. We got a lot. I mean, look at this, dude. You look at the fucking thing. Look at the points, and you can even click on each standard so you can see each one. There is a lot going on right now in those playoff predictions, and there's a lot going on.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, see now you look. See that's what I meant. You look at this. You go on your phone.
There's only one
NASCAR
person
app on your
that's
phone. Go to the playoffs and look at the standings. You are gonna be mind blown because it is really crazy what you're looking at.
Wow. That's all.
Did you even see the trucks?
No, I'm not even gonna go through all that shit.
No. Look at that. That's the trucks though. Look at that.
So who are our picks for the fucking
Right
win?
All right.
Let's just go through that right now.
So we're gonna
Picks for the win.
picks for the
this
win.
weekend.
Not non-playoff driver. We're picking playoff drivers only.
Playoff drivers.
Playoff drivers only. And here's your playoffs for the trucks. Go. There is no dark horses this week. It's all just 3 favorites for each series. No more dark horses.
As much as I gotta say it, I think Brett Moffitt at Phoenix has the best fucking chance to win.
He's got Moffitt, number 1.
2 is gonna be Chastain.
2 is Chastain, which is
And just because he is who he is, I'm gonna go with Matt Crafton.
He's going to go. Craftman's going to make it in.
Number 3. That's my number 3 guy.
All right, me. I got Ross Chastain winning the race. Brett Moffitt finished close to second. We're switching there. And I would say Matt Crafton was going to join him, but I'm going to say Stuart Friesen.
Stuart Friesen, I really
I think
like
Stuart
that guy. He's
Friesen's going to make it in.
that.
Yep. All right, your turn. Xfinity.
Xfinity guy. Cole Custer. I'm just going with my boy.
Hey, these both are guys, man. Cole Custer, man.
Yeah, number 1's right there.
Yep, those are number 1s to hope to make it, but they're both in. They are locked in, so it's not a big deal if they don't make it. They are locked in.
Well, Cole Custer's still got a number next to it. He's
Yeah,
not
but he's
locked.
plus 52 to the points. He has
Well, he still mathematically
can't.
can be eliminated.
if
he fucking smashed the wall in the first lap,
there's
that's
40,
it.
but there's 40 cars, so he's good as long as he runs most of the races. I consider him locked in because unless he wrecks on the first lap, I don't see
So,
that.
alright, we got Cole Costa. Somebody else that could win, Chase Briscoe.
That's a good song.
That's my number 2, and my number 3 is going to be Tyler Reddick.
Alright. I've got Cole Custer number 1, Christopher Bell number 2, and I've got coming out of nowhere is Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier is going to make it.
Alright. I'm going to go with old school with me. I'm going to do my top 4, and I'm going to do my dark horses. This is the cup. We're going to go with it. And my number 1 to win, cup guy, the fucking Chase guy. God damn it. Denny Hamlin.
I'm taking a shot.
Yeah, me too. Buck. I'm going Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott.
I really do. I don't know if you can hear the song out here. I love this song that's playing. But I got winning.
Yeah,
I'm going big here. Who's gonna win there? Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's gonna make his way in. Truex is gonna be in. Harvick's gonna be in. And Denny Hamlin's gonna be in. That's who
Who's
I got.
gonna win the
Who's
race?
gonna win the race? Chase Elliott. My other guy will be Denny Hamlin, and my other guy will be Kevin Harvick.
Now, dark horses to win the race and
One of
spoil
each.
some shit.
One of each, because I said no dark horses. But if you want
Well,
a dark
I
horse,
mean, I would keep up with that fucking 3 dark
all right,
horses.
Grant Enfinger
The spoiler, just in the cup. Just in the cup.
for the Cup. All right, we're gonna do the Cup. All right, fine.
3 dark horses.
Jimmy Johnson, Eric Almirola, and Kurt Busch.
I'm gonna go with Jimmy Johnson too. And I fucking love Eric Almirola's attitude lately.
And great finish at fucking Texas, dude. You were up there all, dude. Good job, Eric Almirola.
And out of
Gets a
fucking
boy.
nowhere.
He gets the attaboy of the word. And who gets our idiot of the week at Texas? Oh, Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace.
Gets the idiot of the week because he spun on purpose. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. What the fuck were you thinking? Spinning out on purpose.
All right.
Bubba, what the fuck?
Do we have anything else to talk about?
Nah, not really. I think you should fucking roll some fucking music and we'll get the fuck out of here and say, hey, we're gonna see you in a week talking about some serious shit.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that didn't work out right.
All right. Well, I don't know what that is all about, but hey, everyone, have a good one.